Ready? Hello, everyone. I am so happy we're here today. Well, I want to first start by apologizing for yesterday because I was focused on my art or whatever I was saying, and afterward, I saw there was people waiting in the wait room, and um, my apologies. I kind of accept you a little too late. You were already gone. And so my apologies for that. I'm working on my Zoom skills. This being said, today we have an amazing project. It's going to be a flower. A surprise. The flower is going to be a little different than yesterday, of course, but we add a little touch of it, some gold, and I do have some metallic I want to show you. Um, okay, yes, my box is right there. And so we'll start with that. And let me check my little word. It's day two, more blooms. Okay, yesterday what we did was just going through the essential supply. And something I didn't mention is in my blog, you have a one post that is the 7 essential. I tried to find to bring the list as small as possible so you have the essential for the best price possible. So those 7 essential, if you're in America and United States, you can find them for about $60. Um, so to start with, it's not too bad because we all know if you paint or anything, it goes and add up very, very, very quickly. But if you go with that list and you can have quality material with affordable price. Today what we need, some metallic. Now, I will use the piñata. Piñata, this is what I have in this bottle. And I will use Kamenskaya, which for some reason I did not get out. Mhm. So those two, not this one. Yes. So I have the Kamenskaya. When I started, I bought all brand because I was like, no, I'm on a budget. I don't want to buy them all. And it really, 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 there's a huge difference in quality for the metallics. And so that shimmery that you want, if you want something that is very uniform across your thing, I'd say most of them will do that. But remember, metallic is heavier, so it will sink at the bottom. Piñata is amazing. It creates like that gold. I do have a video on YouTube, and now I'm trying to find if I can go quickly. Yes, I actually have it right here, where I describe like the effect of the Kamenskaya versus no, not true. That's a piñata, that's the Kamenskaya, and use with different type of ink. So the Kamenskaya is all those three with a Kamenskaya ink, a Ranger ink, and a piñata ink, and the piñata brass with a Kamenskaya ink, Ranger ink, and piñata ink. So you can see that the Kamenskaya is all over. Like it's very, very bold. And the piñata, you can create more those lines and stuff. So of course it depends on the technique. Those were just applied and pushed a little bit with the dust blower. Um, so this being said, depending on the effect you want to create, it's good to explore, but sometimes you just know, oh, I really, really like how it just covered all, or like the tint is also a little different. I don't know if you can really see. And that was just one drop without any alcohol, isopropyl, and this was also one drop. So you can see how like this one is more diluted, but I mean, both of them are good. They just react different. So don't hesitate to test and try and do stuff. But I'll use both a different part of the flower today. Um, One ink I've heard that was excellent, a metallic gold. It's from Octopus. Never tried it, and the person is in Netherlands, so I believe if you are in Europe, it might be easier to find this Octopus ink, metallic gold. But I never tried it. So I'm just transferring the information, and that's from Anne Ross. So if you don't know her, she's amazing. She's a big inspiration of mine, and she does flowers, and a lot of my flowers are inspired by her. Okay, are we ready to start? Um, oh, one more thing. You will receive the printable for how to do ink on Canva and how to do the photography. So if you have any question, we don't really go through that together. It's more like something I give you. But on Friday, if you have any question, the photography we go a little bit on Friday, um, or Thursday. This being said, if you have any question, please send me your question. I'll be happy to answer. Friday, I'll have all the answer for you. Let's start. Something I didn't say yesterday is about the mask and ventilation for safety and stuff. So you will notice I do not wear it when I do just a little bit. When I put like 5 drop of it's this product, okay? It's it's this thing that has vapes, fumes. So make sure you have, like I have a window right here. Um, when it's in small quantity, it does not bother me. See it a little bit like the hand sanitizer, like it's sometimes annoying, but you're not like washing your entire body with that. Um, This being said, when I work on bigger quantity, if I need a lot on my paper, it will give me headache right away. So I do wear my mask or I make sure I have the window open. Um, so just be aware of that. I don't want you to feel bad with the isopropyl alcohol. And I found it very difficult to find the correct information on the web. And I was a nurse, a registered nurse when I was in Canada. And if you're in the medical field at all, you know that you use isopropyl 70% at all the time. Like this is just a thing. And we don't wear masks. So to which extent you have to protect or not, I'm just telling you how I feel, but make sure you read all the labels of all the container you have just to be safe, okay? Um, let's start. Today I will wash my paper, and the reason is simply because I kind of have a line in it. So you'll see that process. Now I'm gonna switch the camera and make sure. Okay, so that's what you should see, right? Hmm. Okay, so I guess it's my pin that is different, but I have a long way to go with Zoom. Okay, so I just put a little bit of isopropyl and wash it. So I did a little bit, I talked a little bit yesterday about washing your paper versus not washing your paper. And I normally don't wash it. And the reason is simply because I like the way my ink to react better. But if my paper is visually dirty, I definitely wash it. I don't even question myself. Um, so let's get ready. We're gonna choose a few colors. What I have here, it's parchment paper, and I will show you because yesterday I showed you with my palette. Now I'd like to show you on the paper. I like to use the paper just because I don't know, not sure about those little holes, and you kind of need to wash them. Here I feel I just have more space and I can play here before going there. I just feel I have more space. Okay, so I'll just do one drop. This one is Rosewood from Ranger. But I mean, you do not have to use the same color. I'm just using 3 different color. I'll use a purple and a teal. Okay. I use a teal so often and it's really difficult to open. And as you can see, there's nothing right now on the camera. The reason is simple, is I never open my jar on top of my paper. And it's simply to avoid all those little crusty part at the top. And you can wash the top of your bottle with some isopropyl. Okay, so now let's imagine we have our flower shape. I'm gonna make it open this way. I always do my flower open towards the right. Let's make it look at the west side. That's a I want to give my flower a little open, I guess like this. So just see where your middle is. You can be a little off center, but you want to be like each side of your petal to about like on even on each side, just for composition. It's gonna be nicer. And I don't really like go with um how do you say that? Like a tick plan. I just want to explore, not necessarily explore. What I mean is you will move your ink and they will flow on your paper, and from there we I don't express myself properly, right? What I'm trying to say is there's no right or wrong. I'm just making my color here, and maybe I can even have like one little petal going down. And oops, I'm not sure. My colors are very dark. And a bit here, and a little bit here. Okay. Okay, now you need to wait that it dries. I'm gonna rinse that one more. You could totally have a little container also just to put your brush in. Right now it looks like very funny. I mean, it doesn't look like anything, but we're gonna go and do one petal at a time. And we're gonna start, you can start left to right, right to left, middle, and like it doesn't really matter because you can always go back on it. But I'm gonna start here just because it's the one that is up, and then I'm gonna go down, and this one's gonna be my last one. Okay, so we're gonna mix this. When we use the gold, it's very, very important to mix it very well. And uh yeah, I was gonna say when you buy the big bottle, you can buy a smaller one, but when you buy the big one, it comes with a little bottle that you can use. It's just mine broke, so I've started using the fine line applicator. And if you have, this one is a 20 gauge, 0.5 millimeters. So if you have to use any, this is a good size, but you can even use smaller for the isopropyl. Like they're both the same, but isopropyl, I wouldn't mind using a little smaller. So it really need to be very well mixed. And even the Kamenskaya has a, oh, you can hear it. Need to mix it very well. Let's try to do both at the same time. Okay, I'm gonna start though with the piñata. Now you have to remember that alcohol ink art is very fluid, especially the way I am doing it. So you want to not stress, okay? Do not stress about it's not going where you want. It's just a very alcohol ink is very forgivable because you can go back over and over, but also it's very fluid, so you have to let go and remove those pressure from you. I'm gonna start here, and I'm gonna go at the bottom of my first petal, and for this one, I'm gonna use my silicone brush, but I mean, if I wouldn't have one, I would use the very tiny um normal brush. This one is just a very small one. I wouldn't use the little bigger one. It just absorbed too much of the isopropyl. Okay, so I'll go with 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's do one more. 5. I'm gonna let it go a little bit. The very important thing is that all my line is covered. So see, I just brought it on top of it. Now I want to move it a little bit so it mixed together. I'm gonna go on top to create that nice effect of like going in. And now I don't want it to dry yet. I still want it to move around, move the inks. I'm gonna play with it a little bit. And this line here, kinda don't want it fully straight, but I don't like the way it was going. Now on the left side here, you don't really need to to put too much attention to that side. And the reason is it's gonna get how do you say? My next petal will be on top. So it doesn't need to have much. You don't have to put much attention to it. Okay, so I'm gonna move my ink all the way here because now it's kind of dry. Might dry too much. Something you need to be aware is when you put a drop of isopropyl on top, it will like clear out the space kind of thing. So you can see how it pushed it. So I should have just put a little bit of color before, make sure I can grab a little bit of blue. Am I messing this up right now? Okay, I'm gonna redo this one because seriously, I took too long. Okay, it's gonna be better. Now, let's move this ink. I'm taking my brush because there's definitely need more color right here. And I want to push again, come up and push down, create that nice fluidity. And I'm gonna put a little drop. I put it here, but I can go anywhere. Okay. First petal just appeared. Yes. Make sure you go with your brush while it's still wet. Now I just put a little bit more of isopropyl on my brush. I'm really not liking what I just did, so I'm gonna leave it there for now. I can go back on it right away, but because of now, let's do it now. 1, 2, 3, 4. I guess it's just a day like this. Let's make sure we mix it. Now I want my blue back though. I want my teal. It's missing some. Oh, it's already better. Just add some teal right here. Mix in. There you go. I'm gonna move it a little bit just so the blue, the teal can mix with it. But it's already much, much better. When I push with my brush, I'm just helping it to move around. So it goes there. Okay, I'm gonna try the rest. Okay, I like this one a lot better. Okay, so I'm gonna do the next one. I'm gonna do the bottom of my petal like right here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And just wait a second that it goes. So again, we want to cover the entire thing. Mix it a little. Now we want that nice edge at the top. When you see that, I don't know if, yes, you can see on the camera. You can go and move it around. When you see the line of your ink, now here, let's go fix this. Coming on top. Move this inside. Do not dry it too much. And simply because you want it to keep moving. There you go. So you want also some of the petals a little higher, some a little lower. I'm just gonna go while it's still a little wet. But yeah, it will create so many beautiful shades if I love the colors. I wasn't sure about the colors. Um, okay, I don't know what I was saying. Okay, I want to let it dry a little more flat, a little bit more like this one. I did not add gold on this one. Next petal, I will add some Kaminskaya. Now I'm just waiting for it to dry. There you go. Okay, so remember on this side, it's not a side that we are too worried because once we do like this petal right here, it's always overlap on top of the other one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let me undo this. It's ready. Okay, first thing, we move it up to cover the entire thing. And I've noticed here, I don't know, the red kind of stick to the paper a little more. I'm just gonna make sure it doesn't stick. Now, some on top, and you push it in. Oops. That's why you need a clean brush. I'm bringing my I'm bringing my colors all the way down. I'm gonna add the gold right now. I'm gonna add it a little higher. Oh, that's a lot. Let's move it down. I mean, it's so beautiful, right? Can play with it. I definitely put too much, but I mean, it's the Kaminskaya, I feel like it's really overpowering. Till now, I see only that. It's very, very intense. Actually, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go back on the petals. I'm gonna use less. Now just know that it's just a mistake. It goes very quickly. You can always change bottles and dilute it a little bit, like if you feel it's way too much. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm gonna go here on the side. Let's go grab some of that gold. Let's make sure it doesn't stuck here. A few drop on top again. Let's move it in. Okay, here it's way nicer. You see when it's not too much. Oh, you cannot see, wait. I will finish just that little part and I'll show you. I don't know if you can see, but like here, it's very, very beautiful from my angle. And right here too. I'm gonna go back on it. I'm just waiting for it to dry. Yeah, so I suggest that with the Kaminskaya, you use a smaller tip, like a gouge. I don't know how to say that, but that would just help because it's not the first time. It just goes so fast, and I do like the color, but I mean when it's too much, it's you would think you can never have too much gold, but yes, you can. So just be aware of that. I'm just gonna dry it, and I'm gonna go right here and redo that petal. And I think it's gonna be beautiful. I'll go from here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I want to let it move a little bit before I touch it too much. So it, like if you can see right here, let it go. Don't hesitate to move your paper, to move the ink towards where you want to go. There you go. It's going to create a way nicer line. Now I'm going to come back here like I did earlier. Really push that in. Not sure about it. Have like create some lines sometimes. Don't hesitate to just go back, create that beautiful effect of like coming inward and transparency. Again, I'm gonna move my paper, bring it in the right direction. There you go. Okay, I like it. Just gonna go on my paper and remove this, and there's some tiny line. I'm not sure you can see them. But I'm just gonna soften them out. There you go. Ooh, okay. I like it much better. Now, let's go do this one here. Okay, it's gonna be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I like to go kind of in the direction of my petal. I just feel I have a little bit more control. Again, we want to cover the entire thing. Want to make sure it reactivate all the ink we've put. Now, this time though, I'm going with my piñata brass gold. Just 2 small drop. And yeah, this one is a lot smaller. It's a lot easier. So let's bring our petal where we want it while it's still wet. Okay, and now we want to write. We want to work on the side to make sure it's a nice petal, a nice shape petal, like call here. And you don't need to move too much. It's really tiny little gesture right now. Make it move. Look how beautiful the colors. So you can see this part have dried, like this little part has dried a lot faster. And I don't think if I push it's gonna work, but with the next petals, it's all gonna take shape. So I'm not worried about that. So again, if there's anything that isn't clear, I know my first language is not English, and sometimes I'm searching my word. Maybe this is just my mom brain. They say it should pass, but I feel it never did. Um, 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm gonna put a little less here. Yes. Yeah, if you have any question, please don't hesitate to get back to me and tell me all your question. I'll be very, very happy to answer. Make sure you always go with your brush when it's still wet. This is something I pretty sure I said, but just making sure. Um, this is an important detail. If you go when it's dry, it's gonna show you the mark of your brush. Trying to go very, very gentle. Look at this. I think it's so pretty. Not finished yet, but I mean, I love the colors. I seriously, I really had a doubt at first, but that teal and that rosewood just create that very beautiful contrast. So I know I said the rosewood was from Ranger. Not sure I said the teal is Piñata. And the purple is Kamenskaya. It's bright purple. Now, I'd love, love, love to see your art on Facebook. Don't hesitate to post what you're doing. I love to see it. Now, we need to fix that definitely. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I love to see you guys' heart. So don't hesitate to show me. And um, just understand that there's no right or wrong. And sometimes we're kind of shy or embarrassed to show our work because we don't know if it's good enough. But I get out there and show your art, and it doesn't matter what other people likes it or not. What matters is that you show up. And I know we hear that a lot. Unless you really don't want, then you do it just for yourself, which is totally fine. At first, it should always be for yourself. So now you notice I did not put the ink. Wait, let me just finish that movement. I'm very focused right now. Okay. You notice I did not put the ink here just because it kind of went naturally and I like this fading on the side and I don't want to add more. So I'm just gonna leave it like this. And it's gentle, okay? No harsh movement. Ah, so beautiful. Okay, now this one. What we're gonna do is, I'm sorry, we're gonna bring it kind of, we want to have this effect. So if you move it with your brush, now I'm gonna explain first because when I do it, it's very difficult for me. So I'm gonna do like 3, 4 drop here, and I'm gonna push a tiny bit right here. So this petal here should be very thin and then kind of fold out. So we don't want like a full-on big, like a tip that is like this big here. Otherwise, it's just going to be a huge petal. We wanted to make the effect like if it's falling on the side kind of thing. 3, 4. And I'm going to move it right away to my tip. I want to make sure it's all covered. Ooh, perfect. Here, I'm going to add more. And don't hesitate to shape your petal while it's wet. And take your time. I have a little dusty right here. The best way to remove it is just with make sure it's clean, but a clean brush that is not the silicone. The silicone is going to be harder, but just a classic brush. Also make sure you use an old brush or anything like that, just because they will tend to get not good anymore. The bristle will get kind of harsh, I'd say. And you might have difficulty using it for anything else. So the one you use, it can just be an old brush, but to me, a brush is very, very important, even though I don't want to see the brush stroke ever. Okay, I'm just giving the shape I want to my flower, to that petal. Ooh, okay. Now here, kind of miss some gold. I'm gonna put some gold right here. Go with my tiny brush. I'm gonna go put some gold at the tip. Right here. And when you do it with the brush, the first layer always seems a little more dull. So don't hesitate to just go back and add some glitter if it's the effect you want. Okay, love it. Okay, do we have any question? I don't see any. I'm very flattered, but I don't think I was that clear. I really love teaching in person. Doing that on Zoom for me is a little more difficult. But I mean, we do what we can, right? Some of you are really far and it's okay. Now I can see on the camera, it can look a little confusing. I'm gonna use, actually, I'm gonna use, yeah, no, I'm gonna use this one. Gonna use my tip that is pointy at first to really come and make my point. I really want that triangle. It's gonna kind of give that nice finish to your flower. You can use isopropyl, not isopropyl. You can use a black ink. It's just mine is in my little pocket right now, and it just this one is right here. Was right beside me. And I'm gonna use my chisel. I'm using the small side, and I'm just gonna go for my S. Ooh, yes. Okay, I really love the color. I don't know if there's really something beautiful about the colors. And a little tip, sometimes like with alcohol ink, you're gonna do something and it looks like absolutely nothing. Don't forget that abstract art is a real form of art, and don't don't erase it right away. Give it a day, and when you come back the day after, sometimes you'll see that, oh my gosh, I just realized I could do this or I could do that with it. And you'll have like when you're too close from an artwork, sometimes it look like nothing. So just take a moment to take a step back. So don't hesitate to let it just overnight and then come back in the morning and give it a second look before you erase your art. Okay, we've done that. We have a few minutes left, so I want to show you something. You know when we does like the little sparkles on top? We're gonna do that. I'm just gonna cover my flower because I don't want the drop in my flower. If you want the drop in your flower, then don't cover it. I'm gonna use the brush that is just a little bigger. I'm gonna use the teal first. You can use gold, you can use any color. It's really no limit. Okay, so I have my teal, gonna drop it. So remember, this brush is like super absorbing, so there's a lot. So you don't want too much. I'm gonna go like this. And those are tiny, tiny drop. You do more at the bottom. And you still have your flower that doesn't have anything. Let's do some gold on it. Just put more right here. And same thing. Gonna go grab some gold. And you can just go like this too. My gold is a little bigger. There you go. Don't want more than that. If you want bigger, you can totally just add some isopropyl. Like if I add isopropyl right now, here it's gonna be more diluted and it's gonna give bigger um, bubble. Let's say it like this. Okay, so we're done for today. I hope you've learned something. Please let me know. Don't hesitate. Reach out to me. You're gonna receive the recording, the replay also. So don't hesitate to go. Um, what else? What else? That's it. Tomorrow, we're playing with similar technique. We're doing another flower. I haven't decided yet if we're gonna do a cherry blossom or um replacement. Okay. I haven't decided yet if we're gonna do a cherry blossom or a magnolia. The cherry blossom, it's in that style, but not not exactly that. And don't think I have a cherry blossom around. I think cherry blossom is a good seller. Just not cherry blossom, magnolia. Well, cherry blossom too. Any flowers. Every time I do a art market, I do have flowers and I do have animals, and flowers are a very big seller, like in my personal experience, but also like I was saying yesterday, like licensing, they look a lot for flowers in that style because it never goes out of season. This being said, can't wait to see you tomorrow and we'll create something beautiful again. Bye.